So today we are going to work on the like we will continue on our previous session what we have already done where we created the GitHub account, we installed the GitHub desktop, okay, and then using that we seen and we tried to replicate this scenario if we have one project running at a time, okay. And today we will go on a bit complex part where we will have multiple projects running in one time. Okay, so
Hi, Ravi. Are you speaking? We are not hearing anything.
yeah, I'm not speaking with for some time. I'm just doing this setup for this new tool. Okay, I think many things are here paid only. No problem. So we'll work on this. Where is that? So today, what scenario we are going to replicate? Where we will have multiple releases together. Okay. So in that particular case, how we are going to manage our, okay, let's say this is the project environments. Okay. Here we have different environment. So again, we have develop environment. SIT environment, UAT environment, deploy, and this one is production. Okay, so let's say we have this many environment. SIT, like let me try to write it here. We have here develop environment, okay, then this is SIT, this is UAT, this is pre-prod, and this is prod. Okay, this many environment we have, and we have like same time we have multiple releases. Okay, so first thing what you need to do, you need to create the release branch for separate release. So how we will do it? Okay, so here first I am explaining for the scenario where you will have only one team. Okay, so let's say you have only one MuleSoft development team. Okay, and then you are working on multiple releases together. Okay, so we are going to discuss first that particular scenario, and then we will go for more complex scenario. Okay, where you will have multiple teams and multiple projects are running at same time. Okay. So this one, let's say we have release 1, release 2. Okay, let's assume we have release 2 releases parallel. Okay, so definitely their start date will be different. Okay, so this part, what we can do, let me try to explain it. Okay, so this one, let's say it started at 1st June, and this started at 1st May. Okay, so release 1 started on 1st May, and this one started at 1st June. Okay, so how you will do things? So first you will have master branch, correct? So you will have master branch. Okay, let's assume this is not the first deployment. Release 1 is not first release. So this is release 1 for 2024. Before that, we have already code here. Okay. We have already code, and as we discuss, where we will have the code, okay, you will have code in master branch. Your production code will be always in master branch. So what you will do, whenever your release will start on the same, whenever your release will start on the same date, what you will do, you will clone your master branch into release branch. Okay. At this moment, in master branch, we have A plus B. Okay. You have master branch, and master branch contains code A plus B. Okay. And your release 1 target is C. And release 1 target is C, and release 2 target is D. Okay. So in A plus B, like some set of functionality are there. I want to add some set of functionality C in our production with release 1. Okay. Let's say target date is target date. Let's say 15th June. And for this one, target date is 15th July. So first thing what we did, on 1st of May, we created release branch from this master branch. Okay. Now we have this release branch. So what we will do, we will create a feature branch here. Okay. So first, what we will do, we will create a feature branch. Okay. So you will create a feature branch. You will commit your, like you will do your change here and you will commit your change here. Correct? So this will be your feature branch. Now, here we will have to deploy our code on develop environment. We will have dev branch on central repository. Okay. So first, what you will do, you will commit your code, you will push your code, and then you will create one pull request. Okay. So here you will create your pull request. So once you will create a pull request, your code will move from feature to develop branch, and from here to here, like you will have CI/CD pipeline. So what you will do, you will have release branch. As a developer one, you want to do some change. So you will do your change by creating feature branch. So first you will create feature branch. You will do your change there. You will commit your change there. You will push your change there. And then you will create pull request to move code from feature to develop branch. Okay. And then you will have CI/CD pipeline in picture that will deploy your code on dev environment. Once all the testing is done, your code is ready for SIT, then what you will do? So you will create a pull request again from feature branch to SIT branch. Okay. So here you will create pull request. Okay. And then again, CI/CD pipeline will come in picture that will do the deployment at SIT environment. Okay. Now this is the date. Okay. Let's say this is the date of 1st June. Now 1st June, this also started their project. Okay, this release also started their development. So here, on this particular date, one developer got some change. He completed his change. Okay. He committed his change on feature branch. Okay. He pulled his code on central repository. Now he want to deploy on dev environment. At the same time, we have dev environment, other team is also using. So what he will do? Okay, he will create his pull request. Okay. Okay, this code got committed here. Okay, it pulled on center repository. Okay, like it pushed on center repository. Now we will create pull request. Okay, so this pull request will be created, and your code will move on dev branch. Okay, so here now this particular code, C code is also there. Okay, on top of A and B, C code is also there. And then here D is here, so D will also be added here. Since we cannot remove C from here, since this team is also using this environment, this release is also in progress. So if they will do any fix or anything, they also need to test their feature here. Okay, so this one D cannot deploy their code directly. Okay, so first they need to create a pull request here. They need to add their code, and then this D code will also be deployed here. And these two codes should coexist. Okay, otherwise we will not able to make sure once this code C and D will deploy on production, it will not create any issue. Okay, since on the date of production of this particular release, this C and D coexist. Okay, so whatever issue will come, you will able to identify on earlier stage only. Okay, if C will do deployment and they will test, and once D want to test, they will deploy their code and they will test, and C will not able to test at that time. If we will go with that arrangement, okay, that will not create any kind of mess, but at the same time it will create another big problem. This two code can coexist or not. Okay, ideally these two codes should coexist when D will go. Okay, at the time of once D will come here, then these two codes should coexist and there should not be any technical challenge or problem. Okay, so how you will able to identify this when this code will coexist? So whenever D will complete their development, they want to deploy in dev branch. Okay, since D will go later, so after C, okay, so D should also deploy with C. Okay, but if C want to do some testing here, and whatever change D did that is impacting their functionality, then C will revert that code first. They will deploy only C code here and they will do testing. Everyone clear with this? If D want to do testing, then they must need to coexist with C. Okay, and then D feature should be tested. But if C want to test, if there is any common place where D and C both are working and that is impacting their feature, then this code should be reverted. C plus D should be reverted. Only C should be deployed and tested. Okay, let me explain this particular part with one example. Okay, so there is one registration, let's say A and B is registration, like registration API. Okay, in A and B, we created registration API where customer will do registration by giving their name, email, mobile, country code, address. Okay, as part of C, what we are doing? Okay, as part of C, we are checking. Okay, as part of C, like previously we took email as a string. Okay, we can pass anything in email address. But as part of C, we are checking this email is in proper format or not. Okay. So in same registration API we are working in release C, our enhancement is this email address should be valid email address. So for validation, there will be some logic. Okay. So that logic he deployed, he tested, and that is working fine. If email address contain at the rate of then something.com, then this will be treated as valid email, and that should meet the release 3 requirement. Okay. And in release 4, our requirement is this email address, okay, only contain .com and .eu. It should not support any other domain. Okay. Now, what for related to D, we have code here. If we will deploy D related code here, okay, then if C want to do testing, there many scenario will be blocked. There many scenario will not, they will not able to test. As per their scenario, as per release C, this email address can be any valid email address. But if they will pass .in, in testing, if they will pass .in, due to this D change, due to this D logic, they will not able to test .in. Okay. So if any release will go fast, okay, then at the time of their testing, if there will be any common place where we are doing changing, where we are doing testing and all, on same functionality and feature, D also have some change, then only C code should be here at the time of C release testing, release 1 testing. Okay. But if someone want to test the D feature in dev environment, no matter both release are in parallel, both release are going on, but release 1 will go first. That's why that release 1 code must be there at the time of testing of D. Everyone clear on this part or not? Anyone has any doubt on this part? Okay. Now, once this want to go for SIT, integration testing. So what it will do, it will create one pull request. Okay. This pull request again should not be created from here. Okay. Make sure this pull request you are not creating from here. If you will create from here, then what will happen? This D code, okay, will go here and your code will be release 2 code. Okay. So pull request must be from the feature branch to SIT. Okay. Now let's say this pull request created commit 65. Okay. So using CI/CD pipeline, you will deploy this commit 65 here on SIT, and release 1 will. Okay, let's do in this way. Okay. So this will go on SIT, and then only release 1 code is here. Using CI/CD, this code will be deployed here. Okay. Now, if this want to, like, they have done their testing on there, okay, then again one pull request will be created, and this pull request will be created from here to here. Okay, so previously here we had C, now D is also there. So if they want to do testing at the time of this, at the time of release 1, commit was 65. But at the time of release 2, commit is 66. Okay, every time you are committing your code and you are moving your code like pull request, then that commit will move there. Okay, so if release 1 want to do SIT testing, then commit 65 should be here. 66 also you can move. Okay, but you need to make sure there is no change in common functionality. Okay, otherwise if you will try to test this kind of scenario, this will create problem. So in this kind of like this kind of scenario, you must need to have your commit 65 at the time of release 1 testing. Okay, so in same way, like you will keep moving things on UAT, pre-prod and production. Okay, so for this will be here, this will be okay, not from here, this will go here to here. Okay, this will go from dev to SIT, SIT to UAT, UAT, sorry, release to SIT, SIT, release to UAT, release to PP, and at the time of production date. Okay, so this code will be on release branch also. So whatever code you are moving on dev branch, okay, so first after feature branch, or you can say release branch here, you will have release branch. Okay, when you are deploying here, you will have release branch. Okay, in case of multiple release, you cannot deploy master branch on PP. You must need to deploy release branch. Okay, so this release branch will be deployed on PP, and on the production date, this release branch so here this is the release branch. Okay, same branch what you have created. So this is the same branch where you have all your code and you deployed on PP. And on production date, this same branch will be deployed on production. Okay, so still release 2 branch has only D code. It don't have C code. Okay, it has only D code. It has not D only. It has A, B, and D. And it has release 1 branch. We have A plus B plus C. So once this code will be deployed on production, once all the IVT and business verification is done, after that, you will create a pull request from release branch to master branch. Okay, so once you will move your code from release branch to master branch, this will contain C now. Now master branch contain A, B, and C. Okay, and once you will move your code here, then whatever release will be there, they need to make sure they need to do this movement. From here to here, they need to clone again. They need to create pull request again. So what they did at the date of release date, okay, at the time of release start date, they created branch from master to release branch. But if any products code, any project will go on production, then they again need to pull latest code from production to release branch. Everyone clear here? This will be very critical this will be very critical. If due to any reason, if you will miss this, okay, your code is A, B, and D. You did deployment on PP and production. So on production, C code will be removed. In production, C was already there, but when you deployed your release 2, okay, you did your change on top of AB. C was not there. When you created this, at that time, C was not there. Okay, and what you did, you without pulling that C change, without pulling this change, you directly deployed on PP and then you deployed on production. So you will miss this production code what was already deployed. Okay, so this will be very important date. So there should be some generally this kind of communication who will do. Okay, if let's say multiple releases are there. Okay, then we used to have one team that is I forgot exact team name. Okay, if you are only one team in your project, then you are responsible. Okay, but if you have multiple projects are running, okay, there are many clients, they have multiple project at same time, and different vendors handle that project. Let's say one project with TCS, one project with Accenture. Okay, let's say this project TCS is working and this project Accenture is working. Okay, so here, if you will not have one common team, actually that is central of something is I forgot the exact name. Okay, so there should be one client side, there should be one team, okay, who should be responsible to do all this kind of communication, what products, what project deployed and what project will deploy on what date. Okay, so they should do one email communication with this project with Accenture team. Okay, there is a new production deployment where new set of code added. Please move those changes in your release branch. Okay, and if they will miss this, then it will create lots of issue on production. Okay, so this is the scenario when you have multiple release at a time. Okay, so in this part, as I mentioned, you can do two kind of arrangement. One, either C will be only deployed or D will be only deployed. Okay, if release 1 is doing testing, so only C will deploy, they will do testing. If only release 2 is, if release 2 want to do testing, only release 2 will deploy here. Okay, that you can do. Or release 2, no, they will go after release 1, so they can deploy with release 1. Okay, if they will deploy with release 1, then what kind of problem you will able to reduce? Once they are doing code merge here from C, it's moving here. Okay, so generally this kind of code merge will happen when you will be either in UAT phase or PP phase. Okay, now you have lots of code from here, and at the time of UAT and PP you came to know, okay, this kind of conflicts are there due to C. Okay, if you will do this merging and then you will do testing, definitely you will be at the time of UAT and PP, and those compatibility issue will come at the phase of UAT and PP. That will create lots of headache for other, like all team. For you also, you will not have enough time to resolve the issue. Okay, sometime you need to do some kind of fixing and all. Again, testing team, once you will do code merge, they need to do all the NIT. Okay, so they will also not have enough timing. So what will be good timing for this? At the time of development only. If release 2 will go later, then you should try to deploy. Whenever release 2 is doing testing, you should do testing together with release 1. Okay, so whatever problem will be there due to this two simultaneously release, there will be definitely like whenever you are working on multiple release, okay, there might be some compatibility issue and all. Okay, so that kind of issue you will come to know at the very earlier stage. Okay, so whoever will be later, they should try to take previous release also. Everyone clear on this arrangement? So we've seen all these things theoretically. Now we will do it practically.
Ravi, before that, I got a couple of doubts. May I ask now?
Yeah, go ahead.
See, when I look into a master branch, I am supposed to make certain changes to the code.
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Let me actually, I want to like let everyone understand this part. What you
Yes,
want
yes.
to ask? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
The first doubt is there is a master branch.
Yes.
And I'm tasked to make a change to that one. So I'm supposed to clone it to a feature branch, right? First step is to create a feature branch, right?
First thing from master to release branch.
But release branch, what is the naming convention for that one? Normally, I've seen feature branch starts with feature, dev branch starts with dev, but I haven't seen any release.
Yeah. So yeah, so that is the practice. Okay.
Okay.
If you will work on multiple release, you should create.
Okay. Second thing is they asked me to make that change from master branch, but I've seen there is no feature branch already there. Am I supposed to create a feature branch, or else shall I? But I can see a dev branch over there. Shall I directly go and work on dev branch?
It depends.
Depends.
Okay.
So there is no necessity to create feature branch all the time.
No, feature branch you should create.
Yes, that is what. If I don't see any feature branch already, but I can see only master branch and dev branch, I'm not supposed to work on dev branch directly, right?
Yeah. Now let me try to understand your situation.
Yes.
You have this dev branch, you have master branch.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. You have these two branch, you have dev environment, you have production environment.
Yes.
Now, here question will be where you found the issue.
Yes, they asked me to make some changes from master branch.
No, wait. You have to do change on master branch, but what change you need to do? Like
adding
it's a production issue. What kind of issue is this?
Some kind of changes. Let's say you put an alphabet like C change, D change, right? Let's say
Yes.
I have only one change C. Let's say the change is C.
Okay, so you have already A plus B.
Yes.
And you want to do C on top of
it. Yes.
So that scenario we discussed in last class, correct? If you have only one release, okay, then you can create feature branch from master branch.
Okay.
Okay.
Even if there is no feature branch already there, it's necessary for me to create a feature branch first, right? I am not supposed to work directly on D branch.
Yeah, you must need to create. Whenever, let's say, you are not creating feature branch, you are directly doing change on develop branch or master branch. What will happen if other developer is doing some change? Okay, so you are also doing change here, other developer is also doing change here. Okay, that will create lots of conflict and problem. So what is best practice? Take this in your feature branch, do your change here. He will also take his code, he will do his change here.
So whenever I create a feature branch, should I inform the team?
No, you don't need to inform.
I can independently create a feature branch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that is the beauty of this feature branch. If
Okay.
you both will work here together, then you have to inform. If you are doing any commit, you have to inform. Okay, you are also working here. I am doing this commit. But if you are creating feature branch, that is your personal branch.
And I can name as convenient as to me, right?
Yeah. Okay. Generally, you should use this kind of name, feature, then slash, and then your.
And what kind of work I'm doing, so that it makes sense. The second out is whenever we are moving from dev to SIT to UAT, we said that we make pull request from the feature branch itself every time.
Yes, correct.
It doesn't move from dev to SIT to UAT directly, but every time we make
we do
testing.
If you will do from here to here, then what will happen? See, let's say release one is okay. You have different question.
No, same question. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let's say release one, you want to go in SIT. Okay, you want to go release, like you want to move your release one code in SIT for SIT testing. If you will move from here, let's say C, you are doing testing, D also can at the same time, maybe after 10 days. Okay. Before starting your SIT, D also can. And now you want to start SIT for release one. And if you are trying to move things from here to here, what will happen? Both C and D will go from here to. Okay. But you want to do SIT for only C, for only release one. Okay, so which is the place where you have only release one code? That is your feature branch. Correct? This contains C, this contains D, this contains C and D. And here you want to do SIT only for C. Okay, so you have to move it from here. Correct?
Yes, yes. Yes, it makes sense. If I have only one release, should I directly continue from dev to SIT?
Yeah. In that case, you can directly.
And the final question is, we already have two branches, release one and release two, right? Exactly at PPE, I guess, you created another release branch that combines A plus B plus C.
Sorry, tell me your question again.
We already have release one branch and release two branches.
Yes.
And right below PPE, before prod, you created another release branch.
No. This is not another. This is same.
Okay, this is same. Okay. Then I got that clarification. Thanks, sir. These are the doubts.
Okay. So here you can see, okay, you will able to resolve lots of issue at the time of development only and testing only. So you can avoid lots of production issue. If you are following, like maybe there might be some other best practice also, but this one is like, you can say it's a working best practice where we have multiple projects running together with multiple vendors. Okay, and this practice is working fine.
And one more, the C change has been successfully implemented in master branch. To add D change, you said that it has to come down all the way to release 2, and you have to create another branch here. You didn't mention whether it's a feature branch or else another release branch.
Sorry, I didn't get this question. Tell me again.
First, we successfully committed change from the first release to the master branch.
Okay, yes.
From there, it is coming all the way down to release 2 to make further change of adding D change. Yes, here A plus, B plus, C plus D, it should be C plus D, right?
Yeah, actually, AB was there when we did first time. Okay, first time we moved A plus B. Okay, and when we are moving second time, we are moving A plus B plus C. Okay, so what exactly we are trying to do? We are trying to add C code in D. Yes.
And what is this? Is it the feature branch or else another release branch? A plus B plus C. Yes, that one.
We are moving this again in release branch. Okay. Directly. Pull request from master to release branch, release to branch.
So no need of creating another feature branch. The feature branch.
No.
Okay.
Any other question?
Yes, Ravi. Let's say you are developing feature C on develop, and then another developer want to work on the feature D, but feature C is not merged to master branch. So does that mean you have to wait until C is merged to master, or he still can work on D, whereas
okay, let me delete first this part. Okay, then it will be easy to understand. Oh. I cannot go back now, so let me try to change color. Yeah, tell me your scenario, what you want to discuss.
Okay. Let's say developer one is working on feature C,
Yes,
and then another developer is working on feature D,
yes,
but both are not yet in the master branch.
both are not yet, yes.
Yes, because they're in development, so they did a PR and then work on their branch. But you are saying to implement feature D, they have to wait until everything is merged to master, and then they have to wait for the master to have a feature C for them to do a pull request, or can they
Like
just
at the
do it
time of develop, sorry, this D feature want to go where? In dev SIT.
on the dev? Of course, it has to come to dev, SIT, UAT, and stuff, right? So
Okay,
everything, the features are implemented in the development branch.
okay.
Dev.
So this part we already discussed. Let me tell you again. So let's say this project started on 1st May. Okay, by 5th of May, this one is ready. Okay, in feature branch, this one is ready. C code is ready. So what he will do? He will create pull request in develop branch and he will deploy his code here. This part is clear?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they can be assigned to work on C and D at the same time, right?
No, no. How can they come assigned? This release will start on 1st May. Okay, and this release is start on 1st June. So definitely there should be some gap in two release. Two release cannot be. There might be possibility these two release might go together also. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if that is the case, then either C or D, anyone can go first. Okay. So there you need to understand. Okay, here we are, and it will be very rare scenario. Both will go together. Okay. No matter multiple vendors are running. Okay. So there should be some gap, maybe at least 1 week or something like that. Okay. I'm not saying this cannot be possible. There is a possibility they can go together, but that will be very rare scenario. And for that, you need to do different handling. Okay. So here, either C or D can go. Okay. If they want to go on both same date, then yeah, D can go first here. There is no problem. D can go here and D can deploy their code here.
Yeah, I understand that, but you are saying they have to do a pull request from master, but master is not ready yet.
Pull request
So
from
do they have
master,
to
no.
do they have to wait to create a release branch, like the feature branch? You're saying they have to do a PR for master, right? But master doesn't have code C yet.
Okay. So your
So do
question
they have to
is,
wait until
wait,
code
yeah.
C is deployed
Wait.
to the master?
Yeah, let me frame your question first, okay? Maybe so other people will able to understand. So here you are saying this will contain release 1 code, this contain release 2 code, and both will go on same date. Correct? So ideally
Yes.
you can treat as a one release only. So you should not create 2 release branch. You should create only 1 release branch. If both will go on same day, then they should coexist together. Correct?
Yes.
So in that case, like maybe you can say those two different vendors are handling. That's why we are naming that as a 2 separate release. But ideally, it's a single release only. So there should be single release branch. Or if they want to make it separate, let's say some company is saying like, okay, I don't want to merge with them together. Okay, so they will create their own release branch, but at the time of PP deployment, they have to merge it. There is no other choice. They have to merge their code here only. Okay. And then once PP testing is done, then that merge code will be deployed on production. Are you getting my point? Both, there are 2 release, both will go on same date. Okay. Still, they want to keep it different release branch. They can maintain it till UAT, but when they want to go on PP, they have to coexist. Are you getting this?
I was thinking I was thinking most feature branches are created from develop branch, right?
See, it depends. Okay. Now let's try to understand. Okay, what you are saying. Let's try to understand that part. I will show you what kind of problem you will get if you will do that alignment. So here, you are saying you will create feature branch from develop branch, correct? So here we have master branch code. Okay. And let's say release 1 and 2 already completed. Now release 3 and 4 in picture. Okay. So here you have your dev branch. Correct? Okay, let's take release 1 is completed. Release 1 is here. A plus B plus C is here. And release 3 and 4 in place. Okay. You have again dev, SIT, UAT, PP and production. Dev, SIT, UAT, pre-prod, and PRD production. Like I'm just thinking like problem area. Okay. So it's not like every time it will create problem. You can create from here also, but let me try to highlight the problem area so you will come to know why we should not do that.
No. What I'm saying is we are required to create two features, two feature codes on the master branch or based on develop branch. So are we gonna wait until C is implemented for us to start implementing D, or can we do it parallelly, like side by side? They say that the features don't conflict,
Yeah, I got your question. Okay. So let me frame it and then I will tell you problem area. Okay. So release 3 and 4 are in progress. Okay. This is for P and this is for Q. Okay. So first release 3 developer he took code from develop branch. Okay. Here we have A, B, C, D. Okay. So what he will get, since A, B, C, D was there. So release 1 and release 2. ABCD should be there, correct? So here also we will have ABCD. He created feature branch from develop branch. So in develop branch also ABCD should be there, correct?
Yes.
After release 1 and release 2, everything release 1 and 2 is done. So what should be code in develop branch? ABCD, correct?
Yes.
So he took, now release 3 want to work, some developer want to work for release 3. He will take this ABCD, okay? ABCD, okay? And then he did his change here, plus P. And then he completed his change, he moved here. So now here we will have P also. Fine. Now
Yes.
release 4 want to do his change. Okay. So he will take code from here. So if they are taking practice from develop branch, then A, B, C, D. Okay. A, B, C, D. And then P is also here. And he added
Q.
his code, that is Q. Okay, this is his feature branch. Feature branch for release 4 and feature branch for release 3. Correct? So
Yes.
he has ABC PQ, he has ABCDP. Release 3 was going on, and suddenly they came to know they will not able to go on release date. Okay, they told they will not able to go on release date. That is, let's say this is on, this should go on this should go on 1st June and this should go on 1st July. Okay, so ideally when this code will go, what code should go on pre-prod or production? A, B, C, D, P should go here with release 3, and with release 4, what code should go? A, B, C, D, P, Q. Okay, this should be initial arrangement, and suddenly release 3 found some technical challenge, and they told they will not able to go on that 1st of June. They dropped their plan 15th of July. Okay. This code created their feature branch using using develop branch, which already contain P. So now P is also here. This package has A, B, C, D, P, Q. So when he created feature branch and when he want to merge in release branch, now this release branch contain A, B, C, D, E, Q. Correct? Here
Yes.
we have A, B, C, D, P, Q, but they dropped their plan. They cannot move P on release 3 date, that is 1st June. But this project is strict on their date. Okay, they decided they will go on 1st July only, everything going good. Now what you need to do? You need to delete it from here. Okay, so you have to do lots of manual effort to remove this code. But so this is the practice if you are taking your release branch from develop branch. Okay, now we will follow same practice. Creating feature branch from release branch. Okay. So you got problem area. What problem will be here? One problem will be there. If release 3 got postponed and release 4 still want to go on scheduled date, then they have to remove many things from their code. Correct? Since
Yes.
they created feature branch from develop branch and someone already release 3 developer already committed their change on develop branch, and that code is already there when they created feature branch, and that code came in their release branch also. and suddenly they dropped plan, and now that developer for release 4, they need to remove all the P code from here. Okay, whenever we are saying P, that doesn't means only one line code. There will be thousands line of code in hundreds of applications. Okay, so that will be very difficult task. Now, okay, here only let's do. Let's try to understand here. Now we are following the old practice, not old practice, like what we discussed. Okay, so we are taking feature branch from release branch. Okay, so we have here release branch. We are taking feature, we created feature branch using release branch here, and we created here. Okay, so this contain ABCD, A, B, C, D, and this contain A, B, C, D. So we have our feature branch ABCD, ABCD. Okay, now in this feature branch, this developer did change. He added P, and here he added Q. Okay, so whenever this deployment will happen on pre-prod and production, they will deploy their release branch. Okay, in this particular case, when they will move their change on develop branch. Okay, so here A, B, C, D was already there. Now P will come here. Okay, and they deployed A, B, C, D, Q. So now Q will also come here. Okay, if this code will deploy on develop branch, no matter this release is going before or later, it will not impact anything at the time of deployment. Okay, even if this got postponed, they have their own set of code in their release branch, so they can easily go without removing anything. Are you getting my point?
Yes, so you are saying there's no such kind of requirement, like to develop two different branches, features from a develop branch, so that we don't have to wait for a master branch to be what you call to be merged, so that we can do the PR.
Okay, no. First, let's.
I saw it somewhere. I don't know. You know.
Okay, see,
'cause-
many company are following that practice. What practice you mentioned? That
Okay.
practice is good if you have only one release at a time. Okay, one release at a time. Then what practice you mentioned? Creating feature branch from develop branch, there will not be any problem. But when you have multiple release in parallel, okay, if you will create feature branch from your develop branch, then that will create lots of problem. Okay, and this is very common thing, like your release date will postpone. Not very common thing, but this happen. Okay, and this is not very rare thing. This might happen very.
I don't want to take anybody, people time, but that explains it. So you are saying even the requirement is not going to require for us to develop two features at the same time, right?
Sorry.
So if we have two releases, we are not required to develop two separate features at the same time.
No.
So most of the time we will have a day.
There should be two feature branch, okay, but that should not be created from develop branch. That should be created from release branch. Okay.
So that means release branches, you are saying we're gonna do a PR from the master.
Yes, correct.
So that's what I'm saying. So we have to wait until the master has that code for us to do a PR.
No, why you will wait? Whatever code is there on master, you will take a code. Whenever new things will come in master, you need to create PR again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But my question is, what if C and D are not in the master yet?
If C and D is not in master, you created release 3 branch, so AB will be here, correct?
Yes.
So whenever C and D will come, you need to create pull request to move C and D. You have your P, correct? On top of
Yes.
AB, you have your P. So whenever CD will come in production, you can take from production to here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, it's already 8:16. Okay. Okay, then practical side, let me like you people can do can work on this practically. Okay, so let me tell you use case, and then you people need to work on that use case. So what you need to do, you need to create one master branch, like you need to create master branch, do some change there. Okay, let me think. Otherwise, we'll do in class only for you people to understand it clearly. So what we will do in our tomorrow session, we will create two teams. One team will work on release one. Okay, we will try to replicate this scenario. So one team will work on release one. So two members will be here. Another team will work on release two. Okay, and we will try to replicate this particular scenario. Okay, in 15 minutes, and then we will continue in our next topic. Okay, so we can end our session here. We can end our session here, and let's continue tomorrow.
Ravi, before ending, where are we working on these two releases? Azure DevOps or GitLab? Or GitHub?
Okay, this one we will work on GitHub.
Okay.
Okay, since this will take next 15 to 20 minutes. So let's try to replicate this same thing. Okay, so like we will create two teams and we will do activity. Okay, it's not like we will just create team. So I will prepare this master branch and we will do all this activity.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, this might be a bit complex. Maybe once you people will see practically tomorrow, then you people will get more clarity. Okay, so let's continue tomorrow. Let me stop.